Oh boy, we coming in a little late, but that's okay, you guys. Thank you to Ben for at least still doing the list this week. Ben is on vacation, chilling out somewhere nice and with the family. Where you at, Ben? If you don't mind saying.
Right now, I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, headed to Hilton Head tomorrow.
There we go. There we go. So we got the whole crew, you guys. We got a big list tonight. We're gonna get into it. I still haven't even uploaded the books yet in the StreamYard. That's how crazy it is tonight. So we're gonna do that right now. Let's go ahead and upload these. And
yeah, while Brian's doing that, just a couple of quick things. The list has not yet been dropped on comicbookinvest.com, but I'm only doing this as I'll do it as a one-time thing, but because this is kind of cool, kind of different, I just need you guys to make sure that you click on the link in the description, go over there, make a comment on the list this week, and if you make a comment, then you will be in a running to get, I'm going to give, when I get back home, I'm going to give away one of these Deadly Class, the smoking gun chicks, but you're only going to get that if you make a comment over at comicbookinvest.com. So, and you need to like and subscribe here. So
there you guys go. So make sure you like and subscribe here. Go comment on the page when Ben drops the list. And enjoy the night. Let's get into it.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to give away 2 of them.
Ooh.
How about that? I'm going to go 2.
So now you guys really need to go and comment on that list. So 63 Live, you know how it works, you guys. Go do it and win a book. Appreciate everybody that is in the live chat tonight. We have a crazy almost 10 list tonight. Let's get into it. We got multiple stuff, and the reason why is because I started on some almost 10 when thinking I would give Ben a break, but he's already got them ready to go. So we got a ton of them. So let's get into it. And you're going to have to help me on some of these, Ben, because I don't know some of these. The first almost 10 tonight, Amazing Spider-Man, the Gauntlet. What is this, a variant to Amazing Spider-Man 812?
612.
612, sorry.
Yeah, 612. So this was in that, what was that, early 2000s or something like that, when they had all the anti-venom, second prints and all that stuff. This is the second print. It's got Electro on the cover. I'm not sure why it's selling or anything like that, but it's pretty rare. I mean, there's not very many of them out there, but this one sold for $40 this week. So wow. Another one of these second print from 20 years ago that do really well for some reason.
Yeah. All right, next book on the list. What is this?
Okay, so this is the inside cover. I sent you the second one. That's the outside. All right, so this is kind of a shout out to comicbookinvest.com's owner, Ben C. This is the Grateful Dead comics. This is a slipcase edition, and this is and I don't know if this is on the inside cover or what this is, but basically you can see they're hand numbered to 500 with Jerry Garcia's signature.
Wow.
Yeah, super cool. I don't know who did the art on the inside. It's got a name there. I can't quite read it.
It almost looks like Sienkiewicz, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, but this sold for $2,500 this week.
Wow. I'm not surprised having a Jerry Garcia sig on there, and he's been gone for a while. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's limited to 500, and Grateful Dead fans are just as rabid as Star Wars fans, right?
How many does Ben C have? About 40?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he does not have that.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, next on the list, What's going on? This is the SpiderGwen, the second print from.
Yeah, so the second print. I mean, it's always been the $40-$50 video or whatever. but this, for whatever reason, is now selling for almost 100 raw. So I know this was pretty low print. I know people were buying this up years ago when it came out, but uh, yeah, 90 to $100 now. So
Not bad.
It's the Legacy second prints. It's a non-lenticular.
Non-lenticular. Okay, gotcha.
Remember
Yes,
Ultra's talking about those?
Correct. Yes.
No.
yes, same cover as lenticular, but just it's just a matte finish on that rather than
Very hard to find qualifiers.
Yeah. Yep. Next we have Vampirella. I've never seen this. This is Vampirella. It says number 3, but is this a newer book from Dynamite?
It's from 2017.
Okay.
So if for some people may remember when this came out, this was actually a pretty controversial cover because of I think it's the way that it was depicted or something like that. That they I'm not sure I can't remember exactly, but there was something.
Bondage.
Yeah, I think it was because of the bondage or something like that, and the Nazi, armband and that type of stuff. Yeah, so this was, this one, there actually is a virgin cover of this as well. But this is not an incentive. This is just like a C cover or whatever. But it sold for almost $50 this week.
Really?
And it had been only selling for like $10. So,
Yeah, it's a crazy cover. Who's the
Yeah,
cover artist on this?
Jimmy Broxton.
Wow, that is excellent. That's
I like
really
that.
good art.
I like the vintage looking on it. That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, next on the list, Supernaturals always shows up on the list every once a year at least because this book is badass. This is number 1 of 4. This is the Capullo variant, right?
Super hard to find this book.
Yeah.
I put this on a ghost list a long time ago. I've never found this book. And it's just, Capullo is just, I don't know. I think he, even as recognized as he is, I still think he's underappreciated.
I agree. I put him up there with Alex Ross.
Definitely.
Yeah. 175 this sold for this week. And I think it was pretty much put up and sold the same day. So
Great book.
I don't know where these were distributed though.
I think they're Europe. I think for some reason I swear it was Europe.
That makes sense. That makes sense why it's not really seen very often.
Yeah. All right, next on the Almost 10, Wise Son, the White Wolf. What is this? I've never seen this either.
Is that Will Smith?
No, he's not slapping anybody. What are you talking about? I had never even heard. I didn't even because I knew. I mean, most of these Milestone books came out in the '90s when I was heavy into collecting and selling and stuff at that time. I've never heard of this book ever. I didn't even know this book existed. My guess is probably nobody else does either, which is probably why it's like a $20 to $25 book. So it's a spin-off from Blood Syndicate, I think, or it's either Blood Syndicate or it's not Static for sure. Maybe it's Hardware. I can't remember. But
Probably Blood Syndicate because it's the same. They're using the same font for the Wise Son.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, it's a spinoff from Blood Syndicate. You got that right. Death Wish Heroes, Hardware, Icon, Long Hot Summer for Milestone Forever, and a bunch of other ones. Static.
All right, here we go. What does it sell?
Definitely Will Smith.
What does it sell it for?
So it's only 4 issues, and a 4-issue sold for like $60. The number 1 was selling for only like $5 to $10. So my guess is probably just for the number 1 is probably $20-$30. I would assume now. But like I said, this is one I've never even seen. I've probably never even thought about.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, next on the Almost 10, Youth in the Ghetto and the Blueprint for Change, Harlem Youth Report number 5.
This was an odd one. I've never heard of this either. This came out in the 60s, and it was distributed only in Harlem.
Wow.
And it was a giveaway, and it was only in Harlem. To be honest, so this sold on I think on Heritage, and it was a raw copy, I believe, and it sold for $900. I don't know. To me, it might actually be low because I've never heard of this book, and it is from the '60s, and it was, like I said, it was very. I mean, it was, just given away in Harlem. So it's kind of an interesting book for sure. This is not one I'd ever heard of.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder what 1 through 4 are if there is a 1 through 4.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I don't think there is, which is really funny because you look up. This is the only book that you see. It's kind of strange.
Yeah. What up, Vinny? All right. Next, we've got a couple more almost 10s that I'll run through kind of quickly. This was a book that was sent to me, or was told to me by Drew from Wanted Comics. Very interesting book here. Marvel Avengers Ultron Revolution number 11. Kind of a crazy book here, and something that I've never seen before. You could still find them out there, but I just never seen this book. Have you guys seen this book before?
Yeah, Ultra had put it on one of the spec matrix, and I tried to find it, and I had one in the cart, and for some reason I don't have it in my collection. I don't know what happened. But yeah,
from like what? This is what, 2017, 2016, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I found, because I don't remember back. It was 5-6 years ago, and I remember somebody mentioning this because it had Kamal Khan on the cover, and I walked into a store and they had two of them, so I bought them both.
Yeah,
but that was 5 or 6 years ago, and I've looked for this book ever since, and I've never found it again.
Yeah, tough to find book. You can find them online still. I think there's probably some on eBay, anywhere from $40 to $140, depending on condition. But yeah, tough book. Another one that I saw was this Star Wars: The Old Republic. This is a variant. I've never seen this before either. This is the Attic Studio cover for Old Republic, which is very interesting. Have you guys seen this?
No, I have not.
This one I don't know anything about. And this is based on the video game?
Yeah. So I guess I don't know how you got it, but it's called the Attic Studio variant, who is the cover artist. I guess, like they have Udon, then they have this is the Attic Studio. I'm not too sure about it. I saw that it sold for like $130 recently. There are some others on there, but I didn't know of this variant for Star Wars: The Old Republic number 1.
Interesting.
So pretty cool. Yeah. Next we have a book that recently sold. This sold for like $70 the other day. Super tough book to find. I've never found it, but it is a creepy book. Neil Adams cover also. Hot Wheels number 6. A girl with a broken leg getting ready, and a dude getting ready to be run over by Santa in what looks like a Cadillac sleigh. Yeah, very interesting. Neil Adams cover too.
Wow.
That is a weird one.
First of all, she's already bad luck. I don't know why you outside with a broken leg in the first fucking place. And you got Santa trying to run you over. Just you out alone, man. Johnny Quest.
Yeah, 1971. So
hey man, but he's putting his hand up. I mean, he's trying to stop Santa, right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy it to see how it turns out for him.
All right, this next one is interesting. And the chat and you guys are going to have to help me on this. It's not one that's very super rare. It's definitely known about. That's Thundercats number 1 from the Marvel Star Comics imprint. Really cool book. Now, it says 65 cents. Is that the Canadian variant?
Yes. Or no, the Canadian.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
Canadian is 75. It's
okay.
75.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because one sold on eBay yesterday, 45 bids, $209 raw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Check this out.
Is that high for Thundercats 1?
For a raw one, I imagine it's very high, man. I don't remember this being a $200 raw book.
Yeah, because I think the second print, which is pretty rare too, I believe it's 75 cents as well. Canadian newsstand is definitely 75 cents.
Okay.
Well, now, a newsstand of this versus a second print which one is rarer? You think probably second print, right?
Probably second print. There's a third print of this as well.
Shit.
Yeah, the second print for sure, because 85 is when the newsstand and the direct were about the same.
Yeah.
But $200, $209 for a raw on 45 bids is kind of crazy. So maybe we'll have to. Will Miranda is saying that 9.8s used to go for over 2K. Now they go for 900. Now, again, it says 9.8 near mint on it, but it's not CGC'd. It doesn't say anything about being graded. So really, really nice copy, I guess, of it. As you can see, this is the one picture that they gave.
Yeah, you got a lot of balls saying it's 9.8 there, bro.
And 45 bids. 45 bids. You know what I mean?
I think I gotta bring that back home. They're gonna send that on back, man. Well,
these were in 3 packs as well, Brian.
Yes, they were. And I actually have a double cover of this.
Wow.
Double cover. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Next on the list of the almost 10, Twilight Zone number 84. This is a major key, in my opinion. The very first pro work of Frank Miller.
Really?
A raw copy sold for $152 this week. The following book, 85, is also a Frank Miller, first appearance of Frank Miller, or second appearance of Frank Miller in comics, pro work. And it has a, what are those called?
The Whitman?
Whitman. It has a Whitman, yeah. So be on the lookout for those. And you can find them if you just look in those old Twilight Zones or lots. Sometimes they show up in lots on eBay if you look for Twilight Zone lots. But this is a really, really tough book to find in high grade. Really tough book. All right, next on the almost 10. How about this one? This was kind of interesting to me. We talked about a shitty band last week in Disturbed. And so I had to follow it up with another shitty band or shitty musician, and that's Danzig.
Wow.
And as we all know, Danzig wears Uggs and has a tramp stamp. And he also has a comic called The Hidden Lyrics of the Left Hand. This is the first edition of it. And then there's a second, volume 2. Here's volume 2, illustrations by Simon Beasley. Very interesting. This sold, and I'm surprised. I think they got it really cheap. You had volumes 1 and 2 sold for $66, and they were signed.
Wow.
So whoever got that got very, very lucky. But I had to, put it on here on the almost 10 just because, hey, we have Soza Micah on every week, so we need to start having a shitty band on every week. And, this cuts it. Danzig wears Uggs and has a tramp stamp. So next on the almost 10, the final book on the almost 10, a weird one.
Wow.
Tales of the Pet Avengers #1 variant. You guys ever seen this?
No, I want it though.
Good look. Go find it.
Hold on. Tales of the Pet Avengers. Let me go to honeyhole.net.
Who was the cover artist on that?
I think it might be. Is that LaRocca? Let me take a look here. Let's see here.
Was it Tales
of the Pet Avengers #1 variant? Now, if you remember, the Pet Avengers have that one that you're always were looking for, Mel. The one with Throg, the Scotty Young that sells for so much, $800 raw. This is one of those books that it's just I couldn't find any of them. The person who told me about it said, "Good luck." And basically, I said, "Are you sure you want me to talk about it?" He said, "Hey, I can't find any of them. It's a ghost. Let the world see it." And so here it is: Tales of the Pet Avengers #1. The Deadpool variant where it's got Lockjaw and Throg as Deadpool.
There's one on eBay for $200.
And one for $500.
There you go.
I got a Montana to rice on that one. I don't like it. I don't 200 like it. But yeah, I'm gonna Montana to race it. But I do love the cover though. I'm not doing it though.
Well, be on the lookout for it. That's for sure.
It's a lot left in this bottle, so I'll let you know.
Yeah. So again, want to remind everybody and say thank you for being part of the channel, being part of this crew. As you can see here, let me get rid of this. We're getting close to 1,000 subs over here. 860 subscribers, you guys. 140 away from 1,000 subs. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and tell other people about it. Let other people know.
Hey, look, every single video. We've only done Hot 10 shows, but look, every single video is over 2,000 views.
Yeah.
And how in the world do we only have 860 subscribers? Every single show is over 2,000 views.
Haters don't want to subscribe, bro.
No. I just think listen, we've only been doing this for about 2 months now over here, so people are still finding out that we're over here. So if you guys are part of the community and you know somebody that doesn't know where we're at and how to find the show, let them know. As soon as we get to 1,000, not only on this channel, but also my channel, which I'm also 845 subscribers. So very close to. Much giveaways galore, absolute craziness. And also make sure you are subbed over up at Richie's channel, Popcorn Culture.
Yes, absolutely.
446 subs. He had a show 2 days ago. How was Hump Day Heroes?
It was really good. We had like almost 40 people in the live chat, which for me, that's really good.
Right.
And we covered some books that are about just above cover, maybe double to triple cover, keys for Gore the God Butcher, and my reasons why I think he was going to make it out of Thor 4. And of course, Hump Day Heroes, new comic book day picks of that week.
Very, very cool. So again, thank you guys. We appreciate you. And very, very close to that giveaway time craziness. So hit those subscribe buttons if you're not already subscribed. Let's get into the Golden Age honorable mention this week. Super Duper Comics. Is this number? What number is this? 5? You're on mute. 5?
Oh yeah, no, this is number 3.
3.
Which is really weird because there was no number 1 or number 2, and there was no number 4. This was the only issue.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And it says, America's newest sensation. Apparently, they had no idea what they were doing because they only had one issue. Don't forget, list is not published as of yet. It will be published on comicbookinvest.com as soon as the show is over. So make sure that as soon as this show goes over, you just click the link, go over there, make a comment. You can win one of 2 Deadly Class 42 variants. Super Duper Comics. First of all, I don't know what the little cat is over there, the Java Bean.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's like some kind of...
Looks like a mix between like an animal and Pinocchio.
It's like somebody was together smoking some kind of shit, and like, yo, just draw some shit and we're gonna put it out.
Mr. Hanky type shit.
I mean, like, all the others are like real people, and then you got a little clown person over there. It looks like Pinocchio.
That was at the end of the blunt. I'm pretty sure that's at the end of the blunt.
Yeah.
Mr. Monsters. I mean, he just shot somebody, but the dude's already buried, so he just has some weird killing dead people fetish or something. I don't know.
So did this sell recently?
This did. This had a 9/2 copy sold for $13,200, which was by far the highest it's ever sold for. But yeah, it's a weird book for sure.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Somebody at the hotel is not answering the front desk phone.
Get the phone.
Answer the phone. All right. Very, very cool Golden Age book. On to the next honorable mention.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Riri Williams, Ironheart, number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Riri's daddy. Riri's daddy.
Riri's dad.
The leader of the 5 rings. Richie, am I right about that?
100.
There it is, man. 5 rings. Shang-Chi's coming back out. Number 2 coming soon.
So
Riri,
hold on. Her dad's the leader of the 5 rings?
Yeah, in comics. Yeah.
Hold on. What happened to the other 5 rings? I thought it was 10 rings.
10 rings. That's what he meant.
That's right. Yeah. 5, 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leader of the 10 rings. My apologies. But yeah.
Or is it 8 rings? I don't know how many rings there are.
This is the cameo, and then issued through. I believe it's 11. he actually becomes Dune, and he becomes like, it's a full appearance, of course, and based on the market's parameters, and he becomes a badass. So.
Fuck that market.
So-
First parents, you be daddy.
So is this like a last page cameo? Is that what that is?
Probably, I think so. I mean, I haven't read it in a while, but when I remember it, I'm pretty sure it was a last page cameo. So.
First reread, daddy. Leave it the 10 rings. The 10 rings. What is it called?
Do you think that comics publishers are like that? That's a rule in comics. If you're writing something like, you have to do a last page reveal to get them to buy another book. Do you think that's like an unwritten rule?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good point.
And they're sitting there laughing. That's why we fucking argue about what the fuck carry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it happens that they don't have to have a last page reveal. So.
Well, that's true. That's true, because they also have the the back end where they can put a teaser, preview. But the thing that I'm kind of, and I'm not going to call anybody out, so don't take it offensive, but we are very inconsistent right now of calling first appearances versus cameos and fulls. Like Mel says, fancy way to call a second appearance.
It is.
And the hires up the I guess you could say the media platforms that are kind of, I wouldn't say controlling the market, but have a good influence, they need to be more consistent. And it's a big problem right now.
I seen a video bringing that down. I was like, ooh. But yeah.
Fun book.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, well, this is it's almost 30 now.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
I like what Brian says. Buy them both.
Yep. If you like the character, buy them all.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the Hot 10 list.
Now, mind you, we don't know what Richie don't know what the 10 is, so this is a new thing for us because I like it like this. I like it like this.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Amazing Spider-Man #1, the movie book.
I think I
Shout out to Chris Colbert.
Yeah, for sure. Talk about it.
Yeah, so Andrew Garfield's doing CGC signings? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's been happening here a lot. So I know that there's several people that have been pushing these photo variants for a while because of these are the books people, they want, blank sketches and, for artists and photo covers for celebrities and stuff like that. This one's, because it's got Emma Stone on it and Andrew Garfield, and it's not that easy to find, apparently, but it sold for, it's now, okay, so this is even more bizarre. Some of the sales this week were, these copies were beat. When I say beat, like, they were probably like 4 O's. Just beat, like somebody threw them in the trash can and then pulled them out, and they were selling for $80 for those.
Really?
Yeah, so high grade copies, like a month ago, you could get a 9.8 for like $125.
Yeah.
My guess is 9.8s are probably 3 times that if one actually came to market. So, very strange, very, very strange.
I bought one of whatnot for like $10. Might have been off Red Hood.
Hey, all I'm saying is buy these goofy, especially if you can get them cheap. Buy these photo covers, even if it's for a show or something that you think is I think about those stupid True Blood photo covers. Nobody cares about it, but 10 years from now they might. They better be like, man, I really need a Sookie autograph.
Yeah.
I agree, and it's interesting because ASM just appeared with Andrew Garfield on Netflix this week as well. I'm excited to see if there's an Ewan McGregor photo variant on this list, since he is signing the CGC.
All right, you guys, 153 live, 40 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button for us. We would appreciate it. It really, really helps us out, and it helps so other people can find this show and enjoy it too. So on to the next book, number 9 on the list. Oh boy, here we go. Avengers Forever, number 6, Vibranium Man.
Is that like a terrible name? That's
Ugh.
that's
Star
a terrible
Panther.
name.
He becomes
Star Panther.
Yeah.
Star Panther.
Earth 14412, Jason Aaron's arc, a reality.
Fuck this book. This is stupid. And I'm sorry, but the origin is like similar to Superman. When Lucas was telling me what this shit was about, I was like, nah, I'm not touching it. But you guys have fun with it, man. I fucks it out with it, and it's probably doing great. Like anything I don't buy, it blows up. So
yeah, it's doing 15 to 20. There is a B cover, but this character's not on the B cover, right?
I don't think so.
Right.
One print is a similar cover, though. I guess the second print. So who knows? It's definitely not the greatest design either. And I know they were trying to go somewhere with that background and have like the electronic board and stuff, and it's just swing and a miss.
So is his name Vibranium Man or Star Panther?
He's Vibranium Man, and then spoiler, guys. I'm sorry I didn't mention spoiler, but sorry.
Nobody's actually reading this anyway.
Right.
So.
Last page, he becomes Star Panther, and he takes his hood off.
So how stupid is that then? That they put it on? They put it on the cover. Enter Vibranium Man, and then they change his name by the last page. How stupid is that?
I haven't got my copies yet. I haven't got a chance to read it, which I'm going to as soon as I get my copies. But I think it's really interesting that this reality, Earth 14412, is supposed to be hundreds to millions of years in the future, and the solicit basically reads that if Black Panther never became, he never got the power from Bast, the Panther God, Black Panther in the 616.
His whole origin is Superman shit. He's in it. They sent him from another planet. He lands. I don't know when it was a strap trailer. This is the stupidest shit I've heard. So,
how about that? Marvel's new Star Panther is the most powerful Black Panther ever.
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow because I have no copies, and I don't want to buy any copies. So
I got one for you, buddy. Don't worry.
So it says here in Avengers Forever #6, the hero gets thrown into the sun after battling King Killmonger, resulting in the alternate version of T'Challa re-emerging with new cosmic powers as he joins the fight against the multiversal masters of evil.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Okay, so it's Earth 818. Okay, good. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So, I mean, I heard this whole Avengers Forever story, like just a bunch of animated characters, they just throwing shit at the dartboard and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, probably.
It seemed like Infinity Gauntlet thing where he's like rainbowish and shit.
I think it's interesting that Tosin, we were just talking about Tosin, 3 to 4 months ago, and he's lined with vibranium, and then all of a sudden in a completely different reality and arc, they bring this. I wonder what's going to happen. That's
a good point. They probably put this motherfucker out. Let's just test the dumb shit we have planned for Tosin, and if it doesn't work, we won't use it for Tosin. We'll just have him do something else. I can see that.
Adam says, I'll take books no one gives a shit about for 1,000, Alex.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
All right.
Yeah, I fucks not with this, man.
What is it selling for in the secondary again?
15 to 20.
Yeah, like 15 to 20.
Wow. All right, let's get on to number 8 this week. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 38. This one was... we knew that this was going to be a big issue all around. This is the Scon 1 in 50 variant, and this book had some really, really cool covers to it, I'll admit. And this, I don't even think was the best. There was some. This is a good cover, but man, some of the other ones on there were absolutely amazing.
The Bartel open order is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how he can put his right toe in with his legs like that. I don't know. It's so confusing to me. But talk about stupid names. I mean, seriously, Spider Smasher. I mean, come on. Is this really where they're at now? These are the names they're coming up with? Hey, look, it's going to be Joe Average or
Vibranium Man.
Scary Monster. I mean, come on. These are terrible
Yeah.
names. Spider
Yeah.
Smasher. Come on.
I do want to bring something up, and Ben's gonna probably get upset.
Get him.
Prepare. So Spider-Verse 6, 2019, going crazy. Went whatever. Okay, those 8 characters that people are calling cameos, full. I don't care. They appear. There's one in particular that is very focused on in that book. The character's name is V. That character is designed almost exactly like this character. Then I found out that those characters in Spider-Verse 6 are Spider-Sonas. If you're not familiar with Spider-Sonas, those are fan-created characters, and Marvel reached out to fans after the release of Into the Spider-Verse to create these Spider-Sonas. I think it's interesting that Spider Smasher looks just like this character V.
Man, look at all the covers. There's just a ton of them for this book.
And I only wanted 2. I didn't like that one. Remember the guy from True Blood? The fuck, what's his name? The bartender, the gay bartender that looks just like the Strong.
Yeah. I don't remember his name though.
I forgot what his name was.
Oh, this is a bummer. Oh man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
It's so very, you know?
I know, but listen, I like Tyler Kirkham, man, and this isn't a bad book, but it's just these homages, man. These homages.
It's just, it's overkill, definitely.
Well, that's not even a good homage, because the thing that made that cover was having Mary Jane in the background shocked, and there's nobody on the back side of that. Well, that
the cover is a fucking fantastic cover.
Yeah, it is. That's a very good cover. So, yeah. Well, it's kind of weird, right? Again, we're getting back. We talked about this recently the other night. The fact that I think we're starting to get exclusive cover fatigue here.
Full show.
Yeah, and it's really starting to show. And the sad thing about it is that a lot of these artists who are now creating basically like J. Scott Campbell did, they're creating their own store, and you can get them from them directly. And they're jumping in at the wrong time. They're jumping in at the time where people are starting to get really, really tired of exclusives, and they're going to miss out. And they should have been the ones that have been, making the money off this the whole time. You
know what's crazy? And I was thinking about this the other night. Variants, like high ratio variants, are becoming like Jedi. Like the store variants are killing off all the high ratio variants, and only the books that don't have store variants survive. Like
Order 69.
Exactly.
Order 69.
Hey, I got a question for the panel, especially Ben. So, Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 13, first Baby Billy. So, is this a Cable New Mutants 87 situation?
Good question.
Baby spec.
I don't know. I mean, people still buy that Convergence too. People still buy the what is it? The Hope as a baby. Which one was she? And it should be they should be buying Cable. What is it? Right. 21 or 19 or something, whatever it is, where she's on the cover, and it's her adult version. I don't know why people buy these baby, but I guess I guess it's them, but.
I mean, I see it. I wasn't really there for when like Baby Cable, Baby Hope, but I was there for Miles Morales' baby, Baby Billy, and everybody's going crazy for Baby. Like, Baby Billy's first friend, so everybody gravitated towards that Baby Billy. I don't know if people are gonna like call this Miles Morales one. This is probably her first as an adult, but people are still buying that Baby Billy book.
Yeah, and the origin around that Baby Billy is. She shits, eats, milk or breastfeeds, and gets her diapers changed. This one is a badass, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen long term.
What is this hitting for?
Oh, this is selling for 75 to 80, and I think I saw some sell actually higher than that.
Really?
It is a 1 in 50 though, so I mean it's not. But again, with those store variants, it's not really going to be that rare.
Well, it wasn't that many store variants. It was the Kirk one, and what else?
There was the Kirkham. There was I can't remember. I think there was like 2.
Yeah, well, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, compared.
But here's what I do know. Marvel was basically telling all the retailers out there, hey, this is going to be a big book. You should do an exclusive for it. So many retailers I know told me like, hey, Marvel is really pushing this book. So
I heard I didn't open my box yet. I got it for the pull box, but I heard the paper was fucking shit. They went back to shit paper for this one.
Oh,
God.
But
Wonderful.
so now I'll be sending you some shit to press probably.
Yeah. I'm expecting this issue to be the highest ordered issue of all of them. Yeah.
Because you figure I ordered 100.
Yeah.
I think over 100 probably.
Yeah. So I ain't mad at it.
No. All right. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Next on the list at number 7, Star Wars Rebel. This is a one per store, almost trade. It's thicker than Prestige, right? It's a one per store.
Yeah, I think it's like 400 or 500 pages.
Yeah.
Thick. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a trade of the Star Wars Rebels. But hey, you throw one per store, Star Wars, people want it. I mean, it's selling for like $50. Yeah, I mean that's about all I got to say about it. Hey, I will say this though. I've noticed here recently, while individual copies, single copies are kind of down across the board, there are a ton of sales for trade paperbacks. I mean, like a ton. I can see publishers starting to. They don't really have incentives a lot of times for these trades, but why wouldn't they at this point? Why would they not have incentive variants for trades? I don't see why not. People buy them.
Can of worms, store variants for trades. I think they're already doing that though.
I mean, they might for store variants, but as far as like incentives and stuff, I don't see why that they wouldn't do these and start actually. I mean, like I said, you start looking at what some of these trades and especially these omnibuses and stuff like that, or is it omnibuy? What's the plural of omnibus?
Omnibuy. I think
I'm gonna go with omnibuy. Man, so there's a lot of sales out there, and right now it just seems like the market is gravitating towards some of those. So I could see this as being a trend a year from now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I hope you're wrong, but I don't like trade. That's why I don't like trade paperbacks. I'm floppy. I need my floppy.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I think it's hard to read, especially if it's got like this one's got 500 pages. I mean, I think it's hard to read, especially you just can't see the inside art. It's got so much glue on that spine that you can't even see the inside panels. But I don't know. It's weird to me. But
yeah. Well, it is definitely a big book. And do we know how much they were charging right off the bat? What it cost right off the bat?
I think it was just given. I think they were just given to the stores, kind of like they do. I think it was like a thank you type thing because this was there is a different cover of this, so I think they just gave it to them.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Next on the list at number 6, a gorgeous Catwoman cover. Absolutely gorgeous. This is Batman Killing Time number 4, the Ben Olivier 1 in 25.
I thought that comes out next week.
It's supposed to come out next week, but it is already live.
Really?
Yes, it is. Lots of them already have sold. Lots of them in hand. I know these DC books. They get them like 5 days beforehand, and these guys just I know it used to be like a complete no-no to sell a book early.
It's
Like,
fucking
like,
jungle out
like,
there, man.
yeah, like I mean, they'd have like secret shoppers coming in and see if you were selling books, and then they would basically cut your orders and stuff if you started doing it. But that's apparently not the case anymore. But yeah, very cool looking Ben Oliver cover. But honestly, right now, it just seems like any Catwoman cover is doing well.
What is it selling for? Because it was on Midtown for like 27, and my man Steve Comics like, yo, go get that right now. And I looked at it, I was like, it's right.
60 to 70.
Fuck. Yeah, that's my bad. I fucked up. Shout out to Steve Comics, man. I fucked up. But yeah, I didn't compared to the Souls of Micah joints. It's not bad. Not bad by any means. I just didn't pull the trigger on it that I should have.
I think what makes it stand out for me is just the pink background and then the blood spatter, and then it's like streaking down the walls. I think that just adds a little subtlety to it that makes it kind of cool looking.
It's a great cover. It's a great cover.
She's definitely got that H2A Kardashian, Doc Joe. The H2A. The H2A ratio is very Kardashian. So, all right. Before we get on to the rest of the list, you guys, I want to remind everybody about something pretty cool. And that is, if you guys don't know, I have another show with my best friend called the Bobcast, where we do interviews and just talk about cool shit, talk about shit that's going on, not necessarily comic or pop culture, but just two friends chopping it up. And recently we had Max Cavalera on, which was absolutely amazing. And he talked about this.
We played Tennessee and we pull up to this hotel.
Let me restart that because that is
it's a day off, right? The show just happened the night before. This is a fucking funny story. This just happened. So I was on tour with Soulfly, and we played Tennessee and we pull up to this hotel. And it's a day off, right? The show just happened the night before. We had a cool sold out show, blah blah. So we're in the hotel, day off. I go to the bathroom, like we're using the day room. So I go to the bathroom in the hotel. I'm sitting in the toilet waiting, Next thing you know, the door next door to me open. There's a guy in the toilet. His phone rings and he's jumped the fuck up as his phone rings. I'm not shitting you. I'm shitting right next to this motherfucker, and he's got jumped the fuck up, and I'm start singing with it. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't understand all my hate. Motherfucker, you don't understand all my pain. And oh yeah, it was the funniest thing ever. We both get out to wash our hands. And he's like,
I was gonna say, what was his reaction?
He's like, dude, Max, no way. I was taking shit right next to you. He had no idea I was there, like at all. Like he was working in the hotel. He was a guy that he was fixing some pipe or air condition. He's like an air condition maintenance guy, and his phone ring was jumped the fuck up. and he's a huge Soulfly fan, and we're both taking the shit together in the same fucking same bathroom.
So make sure you guys go check out the Bobcast.
That's what's up.
That is.
I feel like that's happened to Mel. I feel like that's happened to Mel before.
No, I don't really shit in public places. I hold it till I go home.
I'm with you, brother.
I'm back to the hotel room.
Drop the link in the live. You guys can find the link in the description. There's a new episode out of just me and Keith doing our thing. Go check it out, episode 152. And then the episode before that is a really good episode about living with Asperger's. So check it out. All right, number 5 on the list, the McFarlane Book from Hell is back. At least it's not the foil this time. It's the regular one, which is better. Department of Truth 18, the McFarlane variant.
1 in 100 or 1 in 50?
1 in 100.
1 in 100. Last week it was selling for about 175. The foil was selling for about 175. The foil, it's still holding its own. It's now up to about 200. But this one is now selling for 300. So this is almost doubled since last week. crazy, right?
I'm not mad at it. I like it. I do like it better than the foil, and I think it might be rarer than the foil, to be honest with you.
I think it. I think it definitely is rare, and I think that's why. I think it's why it's. We kind of talked about it last week when we had both of them on. We were like, yeah, there's the foil. There's probably going to be more of those in the long run than this, but
the foil is badass though. But I do that, but I'm not paying $300.
Whoever colored it, that's what made it win.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Simmons, it looks like,
for the
coloring. So there you go. Shout out to Simmons at number 5. All right, number 4 on the list, you guys. It's back, and rightfully so. Souza Micah.
Here we go.
Catwoman 43.
3 weeks in a row. That's pretty rare anymore. But this one, it didn't start out, $200 like some of these.
Nope.
It started out slow and it started picking up steam, and it's still picking up steam, and it is now selling for $250 plus.
Let me tell you something. That first sale was bullshit. That fake $300 that was fucking bullshit. I'm calling it what it is. That's bullshit. However, it set the market.
Hey, and I think there's a lot of validity to that. I think that you can manipulate this market both ways. You can make it go up, and you can make it go down.
Sure.
I mean, if you just, for whatever reason, you can have a fake sale. If you're just wanting something and you don't want to pay the price, you can make that market. You can make it drop. I don't know why you would want to do that necessarily, but you could, for sure. If it's just wanting to take heat off of one book and push it to another, I don't know, but this one's still going strong. I don't know whether or not if this is a book that people are actually just going to throw in their collections, their personal collections. A year from now, I think it will still be a $300 book.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's just one of those that
it's too good.
Yeah, if people are buying, some people buy, a lot of these books people buy into flip and they get out quickly. This might not be one of those books. This might be one of those that they're just like, what, I just want a copy for myself. I
had 6. One was signed.
How about this one? Do you guys know this? Here's the original cover that she submitted with the red wine.
Oh, this is red wine?
Red wine or champagne or whatever. And then same with Harley. She's got a martini glass with some type of alcohol in it. And DC made them change it to milk and a lollipop.
But you see the nipples. The nipples are gone.
Uh-huh. And look at Harley's face.
I think maybe it's just me, but the milk and lollipop seem more risque than a glass of wine and a martini. I
agree. But it's just funny to me that DC, I forget where I saw it. I saw it on Instagram or somebody in the community that made a post that DC, it's gotten to the point where most people who are reading comics are our age now. Kids don't really read comics anymore. And if they do, their parents are us who know what's in the comic books. Like, they don't have to do this. Like, making her do milk and a lollipop because they don't want to put alcohol on the cover, I feel like is kind of getting ridiculous at this point. And the only reason I bring it up is because we've seen times in the past where comic publishers have ruined Souza Micah's covers. This one, they didn't ruin it, thank God, but
her hair is better. Catwoman is better. It's more seductive with the milk and the lollipop, like you said.
Boobs are bigger too. Look at that. How about that one?
She looks much healthier in the actual cover.
Yeah.
So shout out to DC for making things better.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. I think she changed her nose a little bit and her hair.
Holla at me if Luna does that thing, man. Holla at me, man.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Very cool. All right, here we go. Number 3, Grimm, number 1 second print is going crazy. We talked about this the other night. Another series where I think it's returnable, right?
Yeah, but this was allocated. The second print was allocated.
Yeah.
I don't know if it, yeah, well, yeah, in air quotes. Um, but hey, I will say, Boom knows what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're pretty smart.
They know how to play the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty smart, man. I'm telling you. What's his name at Boom is he's one of the smartest dudes in the game.
Yeah.
I think it really this thing as far as it having any type of long-term value is really going to be based on whether or not this story is any good. I mean, if the story is garbage, then nobody's going to care.
I heard it was all right.
I don't know.
The first one was good. I read the first one. It wasn't bad. It's not a bad idea. It's a cool idea. I like the idea. Kind of got that a little bit of like old school vertical feel to it. And it's Boom. You know, Ross Ritchie is. I'm not gonna say he's Kevin Feige, but
you know how to play the game.
He knows how to play the game. He's a lifelong comics fan, not a lifelong comic publisher. He's a lifelong comic fan. Really smart about comics too.
Yo, people, when the crossover between Grimm and Something's Killing the Children happens, all these books go the fuck up.
I mean, we also know that Dinesh is really comic smart, and he's a big comic fan too. But that doesn't mean any of those books mean anything to anybody.
I think Dinesh and Ross are a little bit different. Where I think Dinesh's sense of humor is a big push with him, and I think, and I'm not for sure. This is just my opinion, but it seems like he's more like along the lines of like kind of having fun and this and that. He's kind of like a troll without being an asshole troll. Whereas Ross Ritchie is, he doesn't need to do that shit.
He's a comic head. He know how to play the game.
Yes.
It ain't mad at it.
Yep. I love them both.
So do we actually think that this was allocated, or is that?
I'm gonna say straight up, no. I don't think it was allocated. I think it was. We did this before. We've been at this road before.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless whoever got comics made one of them. God bless y'all, man. But we've been on this road before. Let Grimm be great. If it's a great book, let Grimm be great. We don't need the allocations and like this thing with Berserker. Last time I heard the words Berserker muttered. It's all about stories. Let's go back to stories, man.
Yeah.
Go back to keeping the books great, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, number 2 on the list. I love this book. Always love this book. Star Wars number 17 from Dark Horse. The much beloved first appearance of Quinlan Vos, a much beloved Jedi who kind of skirts that gray Jedi line. He goes back and forth, and he's a fan favorite, that's for sure. And here you got his first appearance, and it comes from such a great series. This Dark Horse Star Wars series is, next level type shit. People just didn't realize how good it was until Filoni took over.
Is that Obi-Wan's brother?
Quinlan Vos?
Yeah.
No. Quinn Vos, you've seen him before, right?
I know I have this. So somebody told me to. I think Phil told me to buy it. And I know I have it because I thought the cover. He looked like He-Man. He got a He-Man haircut with the hood on. He looked like He-Man haircut. Yeah,
this is Quinn Vos right here. Let me show you. This is not the greatest image, but it is what it is. This is he's a really cool Jedi character. I forget I forget what his planet was called and where he's from and what his tribe was, but he's one of the few Jedis that didn't get their training at the Jedi Temple. He stayed on his homeworld and got his Jedi training there because they thought he was going to be like the leader of the homeworld and everything. He's just got a really cool backstory. There's a lot of really good appearances in that Dark Horse run, and Asajj Ventress. That's all I got to say.
And Ice Cube's son is playing this guy.
Yes, that is what everybody's thinking, is that O'Shea Jackson Jr., I believe is his name, is going to play this character, which would be great. I think that's awesome.
He's a dope actor, bro.
Okay,
he is.
So all right, so Brian, you're much more in tune with Star Wars than I love Star Wars, but I still haven't seen Boba Fett. I still have not seen any episodes of Obi-Wan yet. So I was trying to I figured there was something going on with Obi-Wan. So I was trying to basically trying to figure things out, and I saw that they had like 2 new characters that were on the show that have no comic reference.
So the only one that I can remember
Reva.
Yeah.
And
we talked about her on Wednesday.
And Tala.
Tala.
Is that right?
I can't remember who that is, but Reva is the quote unquote
Tala
third
Durrus.
sister.
Third sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the thing about Reva is that there is a big news story going on about whether it's backlash towards her is because of her acting or the script, or if it's a race type thing, which is, I hope to God it's not. That's just gross. And she's getting a lot of backlash. Now, I will say this. I'll be honest. I don't think her acting in this is great, but I've seen her in other. I saw her in. She was in a really good show before this. She's a classically trained Shakespearean actress. I think she's British, if I remember correctly. And she's young, and I don't want to put all of that on her acting because she's acted well in other things. Unfortunately, I think it's what the director and showrunners and script writers have done for that character. She seems a little cheesy to me, the whole scene with her playing the hide and seek and this and that, it was supposed to be kind of like scary, but it turned out to be cheesy. But other than that, I'll be honest, Obi-Wan is amazing. And the last episode just cemented it for being really good.
I don't like Princess Leia, little girl. Sorry, Reva, I think
she's cute.
Yeah,
cool.
I think she's cute. I think she's perfect for Leia.
Super cool.
Yeah,
I would have left her ass on the planet, time span planet.
Well, I'm telling you, here's why I'm so excited. There is nothing to me that's better than Anakin as Vader in the time period he's in right now, where he's just pissed off. He's trying to learn how to deal with the dark side of the Force, and he's angry and he's in pain, and that's the Vader. And I'm hoping that out of Obi-Wan we get a Vader series. I want a Vader series after this. I want young Anakin. I want
so much sense.
Yes, and that's what we need. And oh boy, like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, because that to me, that is Star Wars. Vader to me is Star Wars. Not Luke, not C-3PO, not R2, none, not Chewbacca, not Han Solo, none of those guys. It is Vader for me, and that's what I hope we get.
And then if we get that Kieran Fowler, that's what I'm waiting for, man.
Yeah. I wish we could get him too. I really wish they didn't kill him off in the comics. That was a bad move.
Brian, sorry, no, my bad. I was just going to ask you. Remember when the Grand Inquisitor showed Revan, or yeah? Do you guys think he's coming to live action now?
No, not. I don't think anytime soon.
Okay.
I think that we were hoping everybody was hoping we might get him because they heard about that Tales of the Jedi show and they were thinking that was going to be Old Republic stuff, and it's not. It's Tales of each Jedi. It's going to key in on one or two Jedis, Ahsoka and is it Qui-Gon? I think it's Qui-Gon and young Qui-Gon, I think, and it's going to be like 3 shows on each of them. But that doesn't mean that later in that series we couldn't get Revan, because Revan to me is one of the best hero stories when it comes to Jedi. Him and Anakin are the 2 best Jedi stories for me.
What about old boy that was a Mandalorian and it became a Jedi? I like that shit. I forgot what it was. Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah. The Mandalore, the Ultimate, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Star Wars is so deep, and we're starting to get these characters that we never thought we would get. I mean, a lot of people never really thought of Quinn Voss as a canon character. I mean, other than him being alive in Clone Wars, and they put him in Clone Wars, you thought he was dead. You didn't know if they were ever going to play him again, and everybody was just hoping he'd show up. And now that we know that he's coming, we're stoked on that. But again, Asajj Ventress, lock. Quinn Voss, we already know, lock. Revan is going to be a lock. Same with Malik, Revan.
Dirge.
Yeah, Dirge. All those characters are coming at some point. We know that.
Right.
So, very, very cool. All right. Number one this week.
Hey,
how much was this selling for?
Oh, this is selling for $100.25 raw. Now, yeah. So it's basically a solid key at this point. But before you do get to number one, I did want to thank every single person. A few weeks ago, I asked everybody to click on a little QR code. Yes, and so you guys did, and that was actually the last day. And my wife's nonprofit, they made the top 100, and so they got a $25,000 check from State Farm for that. First of all, thank you to State Farm for giving out, $250,000 or whatever they gave, or $2.5 million, whatever they gave out for that. But that was great. That helps a lot of foster kids in the Cincinnati area. So thank you guys. I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, that's got to make everybody feel good. That went and helped make that happen. So congrats to you all. And again, like Ben said, thank you. Here's your number one book for this week. You knew it was. This thing is going crazy. Batman 423 foil variant that was given out at MegaCon.
I blame Ultra for not letting me know about the book. So I told Ultra I'm gonna tell everybody that was his fault. I didn't get it. So fuck this book.
This book is absolutely crazy right now. Here's some of the sales, as you guys can see. $405, 41 bids, $700 on 39 bids, $410, $599 best offer, $499, $710. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. First of all, I mean, this is now. I mean, is it pretty much this is a top 5 Batman cover post Silver Age? Do you think all time now? I mean, all time. I don't know.
No.
I would say post Silver Age. This is a top 5 Batman cover now, right?
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I mean, but the fact that just the 423 by itself now is like a $600-700 raw book, which is insane. I mean, because there's tons of those out there to start with. I do like the fact that they fixed the printing error next to his head that just always bugged me on the original. So I'm glad they fixed that. But I mean, would you rather spend $500 on this or $500 on a nice near mint plus copy of the original? I don't know.
I'd want the original, but I'll be honest, I really like this.
Foil?
This looks really good, man. It looks really good in hand, and I don't own one. I like the way it looks as a virgin cover. It's just a good book. Now, here's what I want to know. Where did this book come from? Is this a MegaCon only variant, or is this going to be showing up in Dallas?
Aaron Yee said it was $30 at the con. So
yeah, this was a $30 buy-in.
I will say that if it does show up at other cons, anybody spending the money they are right now on this is going to be pissed.
Yep.
I thought I saw on FOC that there was going to be an homage for that DC vampire.
Yeah, that's a really dope book. That's Bruce a really Mel, you're on mute.
Oh, he's just telling us to hurry up. He's going to go to his drunken chat.
Yeah, so really cool book, you guys. Good stuff. Selling for a lot of money.
Hey, I hope. Do you think that this is going to be? They're going to start pulling are they going to do like a AF-15 foil? Tech 27. I mean, is that what they're going to start doing now? Tech 31. I hope not.
Yes. I got to shoot over. So, love you guys.
Mel, have a good weekend, brother.
Before you leave, Mel, I want to say one thing real quick. Thank you to everybody that's been here tonight. Thank you for everybody that's helped us grow our channels. Please hit all the links below if you want to see those. I want to give a quick little teaser. For all of you guys who are big old school CBSI fans, for all of you guys who are Unpressable Defects fans,
Really?
come and subscribe to the channel, because after we hit 1,000 subs, you guys are going to be very, very happy. That being said, appreciate you all. We'll see you guys next time.